The following is a revisited Saturday Morning TVLog from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Dual, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, and I'm back with a revisited Saturday Morning TVLog. I decided to do the intro without no impressions or what have you of a character from the show, so I apologize. But this is going to be what's going for the next few vids, okay? But anyway, this is the first installment of a special 4-part revisited Saturday Morning TVLog series. I'm going to be revisiting the Archie series, produced by the folks at Filmation. Yes, I gotta say, as a kid, I actually did get to enjoy some Archie comics and what have you. I got to look at a lot of them, but I never did get to see their actual series. Nor did I ever get to, nor did I watch their, their younger teen series and the new Archies, but that was produced by a different studio, and I'll talk about them in a future Saturday Morning TVLog. But for now, I'm going to go back to the year 1968 and revisit the show that started it all, The Archie Show. Sorry, I'm not going to use no footage of the intro or just the intro title card, but you see, this is what the Archies look like. Anyway, this is what they did in the Archie Show, which was a fun-filled animated sitcom produced by Filmation, and it premiered on CBS in the fall of 1968. Anyway, now then, let's get started with this show that started all. The show was also known as the Archies. Now, the show started on September 14th, 1968. Now, of course, I'm going to say that I really thought this was really something and what have you. After watching, I almost didn't quite get too big on it at first, but now, of course, I've become a big fan of this show. Now, of course, the show features the main characters of the Archie series. They are the leader of the group, Archie Andrews, Jughead Jones, who was the drummer. Archie was the guitarist, of course. And, of course, the two lovely ladies in Archie's life, Betty Cooper, who was the tambourine player, and Veronica Lodge, who was the keyboardist, and, of course, the wisecracking prankster Reggie Mantle on the bass. It's based on the comics, which, of course, the comics was created by John L. Goldwater, while the character designs were done by Bob Montana. Excuse me. Got a little... Again, I hate when that happens. Now, let's see. Now, I have to say that this was one of the main shows to come out on CBS. Of course, this would be one of a few shows that Filmation had out in '68. Of course, the other was the Batman Superman hour that same year. Anyway, it really was a fun show. Now, of course, each week a typical episode would include 2 8-minute stories, and in between a Dance of the Week segment, a 3-minute musical segment, and a Jughead joke segment. The show was targeted to both kids and young teenagers, who, of course, the Archies were pretty big with their international hit Sugar Sugar. Now, of course, the main characters are 17-year-old vocalist and rhythm guitarist Archie Andrews and his teenage pals from Riverdale High. Yep, and now, of course, we have, the others, as I've already mentioned, the wisecracking Reggie Mantle, Jughead Jones, who is always a big-time here because he always likes burgers and what have you. Of course, then there's, of course, the attractive blonde girl next door, tomboy Betty Cooper, and, of course, beautiful, spoiled, rich girl, Veronica Lodge. However, in the series, Veronica talks in a more southern style kind of way. And believe me, it sounds so good and what have you. Oh, yes, and we do have one more. Jughead's English sheepdog known as Hot Dog, who always appears in segments, and we just hear a voice coming from inside, And he's always being a conductor in the music segments. On the show, the Friends appear as a bubblegum pop band featuring Archie on lead guitar. Many other characters from the Archie comics appeared in the series as well, including the principal of Riverdale High, Miss Wereby, teacher Miss Grundy, I think was also secretary too, I think. Of course, there's the brainy Dilton Doily, the the goofy Moose Mason. Yeah, he's a goofball at times. Pop Tate, who runs the Pop's Chocolate Shop. Mr. Lodge, Veronica's dad, and of course, Coach Cleats. Now then, in 1967, Irv Wilson, who was Filmation's agent at the time, approached John Goldwar about licensing the comics. Lou Scheimer, Filmation's founder, received a call from Wilson on having the rights to the Archie comics. In reply to his response, "What the hell is Archie? Is it something kids know?" Shortly, he flew out to meet Goldwar and created a deal, and the concept of the show was presented to CBS daytime programming executive Fred Silverman, with several comic books, as a matter of fact. And was considered to be one of the cheapest and successful presentations the studio has ever made. At the time, CBS immediately liked it due to an amount of cartoons mostly from another studio, which was Hanna-Barbera, of course, consisted of mostly their action tunes and despite being protested by parent organizations including ACT, the Action for Children's Television, and it was bought. Filmation also immediately conceived an idea of making music an essential part of the show's concept, which of course that would later be pretty big for other shows that Filmation would have following after this, including the Brady Kids, Albert and the Cosby Kids, and Mission Magic. Now let me see here. In '68, right at the time the show came out, Norm Prescott, the other founder of Filmation, called Don Kirshner, owner of Kirshner Recording Company, to create music for the group, and he happily accepted, creating a music deal with the band. So the studio took every aspect from the comics for the concept of the show. The main character's tone was done for children to relate to these characters. Hot Dog was also immediately created for the show, but soon he would be part of the comics. The team of writers consisted of numerous ones who would be popular at Filmation. Among them included Bob Ogle, Chuck Minville, Len Jensen, Jim Ryan, Bill Danch, and a host of others. None of the writers involved were writers of the Archie comics. The writing involved the concepts of dancing, singing, dating, etc., 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 for its appeal to young teenagers. For the music, the franchise's most notable effort was the music element in the form of the animated band, the Archies. Now, the series was designed to emulate the live-action series The Monkees by including rock music into each episode. All of the music included in the show were not specific to the plot of the stories, however. For the process of the songs, Filmation staff told Kirshner what they wanted to work, what the attitude should be, and what they were writing on the stories. Kirshner would work on the Dance of the Week and songs featured, and deliver them as a whole to the studio. Prescott handled all of the music with Kirshner. With vocals provided by Ron Dante and Tony Wine, the fictional group released a series of real-life albums and singles on the Kirshner Records label. Sugar Sugar, of course, was the most successful. Unfortunately, it was not one of the songs featured in the song to be featured with the Dance of the Week. Most of them were actually from the Archie self-titled debut album. Some of the other songs would be from later Archie titles that would be released later on. Upon its debut, it did get critical reception. Hal Erickson, author of Television Cartoon Shows and the Illustrated Encyclopedia, described the series as not what one could call inspired, and criticized the humor that was described as executed in a fragmented fashion and made doubly obvious by the overuse of a canned laugh track. Yeah, now this was a rarity Filmation had with a laugh, a canned laugh track and what have you, similar to what Hanna-Barbera had done with some of their comedic shows. Now, now when it made its premiere, it was going up against reruns of The Flintstones on NBC and Spider-Man on ABC. It was the lead-in to the other new series Filmation had come out at that same time, which was the Batman Superman Hour. The show was a big success, and it ran for a long time. It ended on January 4th, 1969, but however, it continued in reruns, continuing on with other with later Archie spin-off series, including the Archie Comedy Hour and Archie's Funhouse in the next couple of years, which I will go on ahead and point out that'll be what I'll be talking about in the next show. Now, even though I don't know much of the Archie Comedy Hour, but Archie's Files, on the other hand, yeah, I will, which I will also include 1977's new Archie Sabrina Hour along with that as well, since I can only find one bit of it. But I will talk about the other two, later two Archie series that came in between those: 1971's Archie's TV Funnies and 1974's U.S. of Archie. Anyway, but after that, the show had come to an end, and most of the episodes from all series produced by Filmation were syndicated in '76 as the Archies, excluding material produced for the new Archie Sabrina Hour, which didn't debut until the following year. The music segments from the Archie Comedy Hour were missing in this syndication package for unknown reasons. While this show was later repeated, while the new Archie Sabrina Hour was later repeated in syndication, and on the Family Channel in a half-hour format as the Archie and Sabrina Surprise Package. This is the friendly the version offered by Universal, the current rights holder for most of Filmation's programs, including the Archie's franchise, which they were formerly owned by Entertainment Rights after being bought out by Hallmark, and then was acquired by their subsidiary Classic Media, and followed by DreamWorks Animation's purchase of Classic Media. Currently, Universal owns the rights to most Filmation programs, including this, since its purchase in 2016. Now, please, I don't want to get in trouble with Universal or anything, so I'm not going to include much more footage because I don't want to get another blooming. Well, I think you know the story. If I've already since I've already mentioned it, since one of my vids has been removed, but let's not get into that. Anyway, from the show had also later got shown in 1999 on the Odyssey Network when the show was currently owned by Hallmark. But after that, it was never seen again for another decade until 2010 when the Retro TV Network picked it up. And that was actually aired on Saturday mornings along with Fat Albert, as well as the Filmation Ghostbusters series, both live action and animated, whichever one they showed, He-Man, She-Ra, Brave Star, and a host of others. Now, the show has been released on physical media by numerous companies and what have you. There have been single disc DVD compilations featuring 4 episodes, each released in 2004. Those include one with The Archie Show, one with Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which I'll revisit in a future revisit Saturday Morning TVLog, and then one with Archie's TV Funnies. The other being Archie's Classic Cartoons, which featured episodes from a particular series. Now, actually, these sets also include episodes from the other series, including the U.S. of Archie and Archie's TV Funnies as well. In 2007, Genius Products released the complete series on DVD. In March of the following year, Archie's Funhouse followed, and then a month after that, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Now, Universal has not released this series, well, re-released the series yet, but anyway, I really do think that the Archie Show had a lot of potential. It has lots of good songs and what have you. Some of them I actually come to like and what have you. But there's too many to mention though. But anywho, you saw in the picture that you see what the Archies look like. So if you've seen the show, you know what they are. But anyway, after their short-lived new Archie Sabrina show on NBC, they wouldn't have another show until 1987 when Deke picked them up and aired their new series, The New Archies, which again I'll talk about in a future Saturday Morning TVLog. But anyway, the Archie show, it's amazing. It's fun and it's got the same great characters we've known and loved from the comics for many years. So this is a show I would definitely recommend you check out. And yes, you can stream the episodes as well. I'm not sure how much the series is, unfortunately. It's hard to explain. But yeah. Oh, but wait a minute. I almost forgot one more thing. How could I be so silly to forget? The the voice acting cast for the series is really good as well. We have Dallas McKinnon voicing Archie. He also does the vocal effects for Hot Dog, as well as Mr. Webby, Pop Tate, Mr. Lodge, and Coach Cleats. Jane Webb, whom that same year would be voicing Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, in the Batman Superman Hour, voicing Bay, Veronica, Miss Grundy, and others. Howard Morris, who recently voiced the animated Beale Bailey as well as Hanna-Barbera's Atom Ant, voices Jughead as well as Moose and Dilton. Now, Don Misick, who was uncredited, voiced Jughead and Hot Dog in one episode, and that was the episode Beauty is Only Fur Deep. And Reggie is voiced by John Irwin, whom we sadly lost last December. Who, of course, he was be well known for voicing Morris the Cat in the Nine Lives commercials, as well as the most powerful man in the universe, He-Man. So now you know about the Archie show, and that's all she wrote. But I'll talk about more of what I think about the other series in the next few vids. So next week will be the Archie's Funhouse series, and a little bit about both Archie Sabrina Comedy Hour and the new Archie Sabrina series. Okay. So that's going to do it. What did you think? Did you ever watch the Archie show? If so, let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, consider clicking the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow and make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. Get them to know me. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation. And share my vids with your friends if you'd like, if you wish. And join me later tonight when I give you a spoiler-free review of the new John Wick spin-off Ballerina. Also look for an Out of Theater reaction as well. So if you like this, check out the Saturday Morning TVLogs for these other musically fun-filled shows from the world of Filmation. In the upper left-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TVLog on Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. The upper right-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TVLog on Mission Magic. And as a bonus, the bottom left-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TVLog for a show that was originally to use Archie and the gang as superheroes, but they didn't do it. They went with different characters in the Kids Superpower Hour with Shazam. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TVLog. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.